what were your thoughts on the passing of the great Hulk Hogan? I know you were close with him.
Yes, man, he was just like another big brother that I met in the wrestling business, and I'm sorry that he's gone, and he's gone on the glory. And I just want everybody just to, if you didn't like him, or if you liked him or whatever, still, you know, let's move on, and get away from it, because I just hate for all the bad talk and stuff like that about Hogan or whatever. You know what? And true about it, I don't know. I don't know what he did. He was always nice to me, and unless he had a run in with someone, I can understand that. That's the wrestling benefit. But for his family, you know, I have no idea how he lived inside his house. And so I'm just saying, let's just leave that alone. Everybody just he's gone on. Ain't nothing he can do now. He can't defend himself at all. He can't talk back at all to nobody, even on his own wife and family.
Right.
So it just, but he was good. He was a good guy to me, and people said he said the racial marks and stuff like that and all that. But don't you know, Hannibal, man, the whole time that I was around Hulk, he never mentioned that word. That word never came up. The
Right.
N word. It never came up at all. And I met him in Memphis, Tennessee. And when he came into Memphis, I helped him and Beefcake. When they came into Memphis, I took them to my buddies. He had a ring set up in his backyard in a barn. Yeah, and I showed Hulk wanted to do. He was 300 pounds. He wanted to do all kind of high spots and all that. And I told Hogan, I said, "Hogan, no, you don't need to do all these high spots. That's my job. That's Beefcake's job to do the high spots and all that stuff." I said, you're a 300-pound guy, and man, you can't get out there and try to drop kick and fly off the top rope and all that stuff. And he said, well, what can I do? I said, this is what you can do. I said, look here, you can run and clothesline the guy. You can slam the guy, hit the ropes, come back, and give him a big leg drop and pin the guy. 1, 2, 3. I said, that's all you need. I said, other than that, you don't need to do anything else. I say,
So
but
you're the one that caused all of his back problems by
no,
giving him the
I,
idea for that.
I told him about it, but I didn't know it was going to cause any back problems.